Hi there, this is a demonstration of my game Crypto Hex. I'm making this for people who might want to know a little bit more about the game, people who might need a little more convincing before they decide if the game is for them. If you've already decided that you might want to play Crypto Hex, then I wouldn't recommend watching this video, as there will be spoilers about the game. Okay, so to begin with, let's start by demonstrating the basic mechanic that the game works around. The basic mechanic is that if there are 3 or more things touching, then they will collapse. So on this first level you see there are these 2 green hexes here. If I place a 3rd green hex, then it'll collapse. Okay, so on this level I can start from the beginning and place all 3, and they collapse. And they collapse in the position of the last hex that you placed. So in this case I'll place one in the middle, and that's where they'll collapse to. I said earlier that if 3 or more hexes are touching, they'll collapse. So you can actually place the hexes in such a way that you can get more than 3 to collapse by just making sure that more than 2 aren't touching until you place the last hex. So in this case I can get 4 to collapse because these 3 here aren't touching. But when I place this middle hex, then there'll be a group of more than 3, or 3 or more touching. Okay, so this is the same again, except in this level we can collapse them in different ways. There's more space to collapse them. And on this level we can see the most hexes we can collapse at once, which is 7. Okay. The next mechanic in the game is this idea of activating the hexes. Previously we were activating a hex to complete the level. On these levels we also activate hexes to unlock other spaces. And the number on a hex indicates how many hexes you need to collapse in order to unlock that square, or that hex. So this one I need 4. I need to collapse 4 hexes into this hex in order to unlock or activate this hex. And activating this hex will unlock these 2 hexes that it connect to. And then the exit here, I need 5 hexes to activate it. But there's no way to get 5 hexes to collapse there yet, so I have to do this one first. And then, now that these 2 hexes have been unlocked, I can collapse 5 onto this hex and exit the level. So this is the same thing again. I unlock the hexes, and that allows me to collapse more hexes to make the exit. This level, I've just got to be careful which exit, which lock I unlock first. If I were to do it the other way, then I'm stuck. I can't collapse the remaining hexes. So, this level is just reinforcing that the order of things is important. And a similar thing, but with more locks. Okay. Now you may have noticed a couple of times on some of those other levels that the yellow hexes that I make, these ones, sometimes they collapse into red hexes. So what's happening there is there's another level to the mechanic. The green hexes will collapse when there's more than 3 of them, but also the yellow hexes will collapse if there's more than 3 of them touching as well. So in this case, I've got to get 9, and what I'm going to do is create a yellow hex here with 3, and that's going to mean that there are now 3 yellow hexes touching. So these 2 yellow hexes are going to collapse, combine into this yellow hex, for a total of 9. Okay, so same thing again. Now, just like with the green hexes, I can get more than 3 of them to collapse. So in this case, I'm going to place 3 yellows, and then put a yellow in the center, and I can get a higher number. And also the yellow hexes themselves, previously they just had 3 in them, but I can create a yellow hex of 4 and then add 2 3s to it to get 10. And then in this level, just takes this idea a little further to show that you can get much larger numbers. Okay, and the final thing to note here is I can actually move, or I can move a yellow hex out of the way by collapsing it into a red hex. So on this level I had to place a yellow hex here. If we restart the level, I'll show you. I have to place a yellow hex here to unlock this square, this hex. But now I'm stuck. I can't get to this hex to open it. So what I can do though is if I create a yellow here and a yellow here, then that moves the yellow out of the way, and now I'm free to open this. So that's the basic tutorial. Now I'm going to go in and show you a more complicated level, so we can see how some of these mechanics come together. Okay, so this is a little bit later on in the game. I'm going to show you this level here called Chain. The level itself has 2 exits. One of them is an easy exit and one of them is a difficult exit. And the level is symmetrical. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to get the easy exit, which is very easy. We can get it just by following the spaces that open up. So that's not too much of a challenge. Now I'm going to show you the difficult exit. So it's symmetrical, so we do the same thing on the other side, except we get to this position, and we could do what we did for the other exit here, and that would give us 9. So that's 3 short of this 11. We didn't have any choice about these other actions, and there's no way we can get more numbers or a larger number of hexes to collapse here. So what I can do though is I can move these hexes out of the way. So this frees up this space again. Previously it was locked. And then I notice I can get 5 in this position, and then I could get 3 here, and if I unlock these ones at the bottom, then I can get 3 here as well. So 5 plus 3 plus 3 is 11, so that should allow us to make this exit. So let's try that. So here's the 5 at the top, there's 3, and there's another 3. So I've shown you the basic mechanics, which are in every level in the game. But as the game goes on, there are new mechanics that get introduced. The first one I'm going to show now is the idea that hexes can be connected at a distance. So these 3 hexes here are connected, and we can collapse along these lines here. This allows for some different geometries to come about, which make things a little bit more complicated. For instance, this we have a ring, but the ring is connected by these two hexes here. So if it wasn't for this connection, then I might be able to make 5 here, but as you can see, these hexes would be connected, which is stopping me from placing 1 here and 1 here to get 5. So I can only get 4. But because of this connection, I can do some other things. So if I put 3 there, I can put 3 here, and then I can fill the middle hex along this connection here. Okay, the other mechanic that I want to show in this video is the alternating mechanic. So on these levels, you can only place hexes on some of the hexes to begin with. And once you place a hex, it alternates. So now I can place hexes in all the positions that I couldn't before. So this first level is pretty simple. And then suddenly it gets very complicated very quickly. So I've got to get 9, which means I have to collapse 3 yellow hexes of 3. So it seems like I would be able to place the first one here, and then I could place 1 here. But then I'm stuck because I need to place the last one here. But no matter what I do, it doesn't seem to be possible to do that. I'm not going to show you the solution to this level though. I'm going to leave this one for you guys to figure out. Later on in the game there are some other mechanics that get introduced I'm not going to show in this video. And also there are some features that I've yet to implement that will be in the final game. The first feature is there's going to be a second puzzle in every level, and that puzzle is going to be to get the trophy. The trophy is going to be on one of the hexes in the level, and whenever you collapse hexes, the trophy is going to move with the collapsed hexes. And the idea is you've got to move the trophy to the exit to complete the level with the trophy. On some levels this is going to be very easy. On other levels it's going to mean you're going to have to follow a more specific pattern or order of doing things in order to get the trophy. You should be able to complete the game without getting all the trophies, but there'll be a special ending if you get all the trophies. Once you've gotten all the trophies, there is one more thing I'm going to implement, which is for the hardcore completionists that really want to challenge themselves. Once you've gotten all the trophies and unlocked all the levels, every single hex in the game is going to have a score associated with it. So for instance this hex here, the score is going to be the largest number you can get in that hex. That score is going to be shared online for all the hexes in all the levels in the game. And you're going to be able to see how your score compares with everyone else's score. And obviously there is a highest number for every hex in the game that's just set by the logic of the game. I don't know what the highest number for every hex in the game is. I tried to write an algorithm to work it out, and it's actually a exponentially difficult problem, and I don't think it would be easy to write an algorithm. At least I wasn't capable of writing an algorithm that could work it out in a reasonable amount of time for levels with lots of hexes. So I don't know what the highest scores are. You're going to be competing with everyone else to find the highest score for each hex. If you get the highest score, or the highest currently recorded score for that hex will turn golden. If you're the first person to find a higher score than the current highest score, then you'll get your name on the internet and in all the games written as the first person to find that highest score for that hex. So hopefully that should add a bit of longevity to the game. It'll take people a while to find out the highest scores in each hex, and then I'm sure once things have settled down, there'll still be some surprises where people find higher scores than the ones that have currently been found. Probably for quite a while. Or maybe someone will manage to write an algorithm to work it out. But I guess we'll see. Okay, so thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked it. I hope you like the video and decide you want to play the game as well. A free demo is available from my site, www.cryptohex.com, and the full game should hopefully be coming soon. Thanks for watching.